Hey mates, Blind Prime here with an episode of BlindBuilds. Today I'm going to be going through the steps on how to assemble the G.I. Joe Classified series Haslab Cobra Rattler from its initial parts into its main part. In my live stream that I've recorded earlier today, I already assembled the tail to the fuselage because it was just right there and I couldn't help myself. Now I'm going to show you how to assemble the rest of it. From the wings to the back wings, and then to the canopies. So, without further ado, if you don't mind, please like, share, and subscribe. And oh yeah, we are also going to cover the flight stand and how to build it. So, fun pieces there. So please, do all the things below, and let's begin. First off, we got to figure out our parts. We got to figure out what's on the left-hand side and what's on the right-hand side. That's why I kind of have it positioned like this. I don't know about these guys though, but we can figure it out by doing a couple of clues. So planes have rudders, and there's a distinct lack of rudder there, but there is rudder here. But usually the slant is towards the direction it's going. So I'm going to assume that the fatter end, and this end is skinnier, the fatter end goes forwards. This piece is going to go towards the Rattler, this little piece that just kind of hangs off the side and has a different feel to it. But this is a connector. So I'm assuming, and maybe you'll know right on this one, this is the right-hand side. So we're going to set this off over here next to the stand pieces. Okay, I'm going to scoot this guy over here, and we are going to set blast effects and missiles off to the side so it doesn't really get in the way for today's filming. Set you guys right there on top of the Haslab box. You make a nice table, Mr. Haslab box. So that was the first one figured out. Next piece, this is by the feel of it, a back tail section. There's the fat bit where, if you know anything about aeronautics, you know that the fatter end needs to be in the front, and that allows lift and pull. And then the back end has a thinner spot. And this tells me this is the back wing, and that is going to fit with this guy. Now, which direction it goes on the plane, well, we can easily figure that out. So real quick, actually no, we will get our stuff set up first. I will explain everything shortly. So that is the right back wing setup complete. Then, by order of deduction, we've got the left back wing set complete. Yeah, cooking pretty good now. Now we're going to come up to some of the bigger pieces. These guys are heavy. This is the wing section for the Haslab. Now, I'm assuming because the spinny bit on the engine on his tail is facing towards the canopy, that the spinny bit on the engine on the wing is going to be facing towards the canopy. I also feel on the bottom of this wing, which I can assume is the bottom, because there's a bunch of these herringbone connection ports that the G.I. Joe Classified team is fond of pointing out. Therefore, I can make the assumption this is the bottom of the wing. And because if I put the wing on the other side of the aircraft, the spinny bit would be facing backwards. I assume it goes on the right-hand side. So we have figured out our right-hand side wing. I'm going to set the right-hand side wing down here, and now let's come over here, and by order of deduction, we can guarantee this is the left wing. So we can go ahead and set Mr. Lefty off to the side there. Now, to make things a little easier for the next step, we are going to move some stuff around. We also have 3 canopies. I thought there'd be more canopies, but there's only this small canopy, this larger canopy. People kept saying it was a damaged canopy, but maybe they were talking about the damaged panel, and I was assuming it was the canopy, because here's the damaged plate that we talked about in the live stream, and I thought was very nice. Very well done. So we're going to set these pieces closer to the camera, away from where they might get knocked off. And then here is the turret gun. Now, I assumed, wrongly, that the turret gun would be, gun-shaped. Instead, it's squares, it's rectangles. And we can go ahead and set this on top, right over here. It's going to be just easy to install. We're just going to spin it around a bit, I assume. And let's see. Are you going to be a snappy in placey, or are you going to be a spin in place? Do I have to snap you? Let's see. Okay, we're going to rotate it around, see if we can lock it in. Maybe opening it up will help out. I can use my inner, actually feel the inside of it. No, not really. Let's put it in backwards and see if that works. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to line up these grooves on the sides with grooves that are here in the inside, because this thing's supposed to spin. And it's supposed to be easy to take on and off too, I assume. And now I'm just using my fingers to find the sides I need to locate, so that I can attach it to the proper attach it right. So there's one, I think. Okay, so we put you on backwards. You, if I'm assuming right, are not going to be able to connect into place, or yeah, so you put it on backwards. Okay. Now make sure in backwards is the guns are facing towards the back tail, that back engine. So firing down that engine would be very bad. Then we can rotate it around, and that's going to lock it into place. And now it won't open, but you can open the canopy on top of it, and that allows you to get in here and find these really nice seatbelts. Like these are, I am so happy with these seatbelts right now. They make me so happy. What's wrong with this one though? Of course, there's always going to be an issue, isn't there? What's up with that seatbelt? Are they facing the... Oh, no, I see what's going on in there. Okay, so we're definitely going to talk about that, because that is easy to... Oh, that was an easy seatbelt. Okay. So, there is the canopy assembled, at least the rear canopy. Now let's go ahead and take care of the front canopy before we continue much further. Now, this has been troubling me a bit, because I've been trying to figure it out. So he's got the seat there, and then he's got this area behind his seat. The seat feels really nice, and I like how it kind of sits up like that. Now, we could, and this is what I've decided we're going to do, is put the large clear canopy towards the front. But no, it doesn't seem to like that. But the little short canopy towards the front, maybe. Yeah, see, that feels like it may be better, pointing that one towards the front. And that actually clipped in quite nicely. Now let's put the large clear canopy in the back. And we can lock that piece in so that I'm assuming, let's see, does that fit? That does! Okay, I'm sitting here thinking that the smaller canopy was going to be in the back and the big one was for the rear. But now the big one's in the rear, and it seems to work out pretty good. Do you open? Oh, you're actually on a ratchet! You're on a ratchet! How nice. Oh, it's not really the best ratchet, though. Let's try that again. There it goes. Okay, so that's fun. And then this one just kind of pops off, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it has anything that allows it to do much more than that. Now, maybe there's a new one. You can get a damaged one, but I haven't been able to find a damaged one in my box, so I assume that's just it. Now let's find that panel that we can take off on the side. I know it's somewhere around here, somewhere around the front. Let's see. Oh, what is that? What in the world? You're a little ladder. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so there's a little ladder on the side of it that comes out and folds down, and it's so nice. That's a lot better than the His Tank one. But where's that panel? So let's find the panel that we already got. We know the location of. Here it is, and we can see it goes there, goes about there. So we're gonna have to find it somewhere around the canopy area. There should be a piece that can be removed. Let's see if we can line up the rivets to to kind of help us out here. It looks like it goes, since these are double rivets. Okay, so it's going to go right near the top, according to that. Is that got it right there? Huh? What is this? What is this? I can pull it with my thumbnail. What are you? Huh? You don't like coming out. Whatever you are. What is that? I didn't like coming out at all. There's a little thumb area to pull that out. Weird. What is that? Is there another spot for that? Yeah. I don't like that. We're putting that back. That didn't sound right. So where's that panel at, though? Maybe it's on this side. Huh. Alright, so mystery will be, where in the world is this panel for our Haslab here. Not seeming to find it. You keep doing it real fast too in the video. I'm like, oh, I switched out the panel. Like, okay, cool. I know it's around the canopy, but it's gotta be right there at the canopy, doesn't it? Wait, there's a groove. There's a groove there. So let's open this up. Open up all the way. Yeah, I'm finding pushing your fingertip at the back end does help that out a lot when you're opening it. Canopy. Nothing removes there. And there. Where's that panel again? Okay, where in the world will you fit, Mr. Panel? You got a little notch there. There's a little notch. Is that notch located anywhere else on the side of the vehicle? Where is that notch located? The notch is located here. Okay, it's located further back. Alright, so we got the notch. The notch reveals a very plasticky area. Huh. We can put the new one in its place. Alright, so this is located right below the back hinge for that back canopy window. Pretty neat. There it goes. And the damaged panels are in place. And here is the regular panel for your viewing pleasure, if you can view. Set that panel off over here to the side. Now that we've gotten the canopy complete, let's go ahead and close that again. Yeah, close that down. Nice snap. Now, let's get the wings complete, huh? Let's go ahead and showcase it in all of its glory. We're going to start with the left-hand side of this aircraft. I'm going to line that wing up as Emily instructed, and we are going to give it a little. It's supposed to give it a lot of force, isn't it? I'm gotta really work hard for this one. Is there a button I can press to disengage it temporarily? No, I just gotta struggle with it for a second. It's not wanting to do it. That is a tough nut to crack there. I can feel that it wants to. It just doesn't. Lined it up all the way. There it goes. Oh, such a satisfying snap. Oh, that's sturdy too. Okay, all right. Let's get the next one done so it's not so lopsided. We're gonna spin this guy around. Pick it up more than spin it. Oh, the front tire doesn't rotate. That's actually kind of sad. All right, here we go. We'll make it a little more difficult to spin it around on your shelf, but here we are. Next one, lining it up, and we're gonna. All right, now let's push on the other side. There it goes. Oh, so nice. So nice. Okay. Now we pick up the back end, rotate the tires around. Oh. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's big. Okay. Next step. Let's pick up the back end, rotate you around again. Ooh, don't rotate off the table. Rotate you backwards. There we go. Okay. Let's take, and since I just rotated him all the way around 180 degrees, I'm going to take the right-hand pieces because we're going on the right-hand side, even though now we're on the left-hand side. All right, let's see. Now, guessing the curve has got to be down, so we're just going to, can y'all see that? Yeah, I think y'all can see this. Let's go ahead and slide that in. So we're just taking the bigger wing piece and we're sliding it into the slot underneath the tail wing. and should just give it a little force. A little force? You good? Do you need much force? Nah, that's got it. She's sturdy. Okay. Now we're going to take this weird little thing, this wing that feels like it's got smooth edges on all the sides, which confused me at first, but then this thing that sticks out the side. And I remember, maybe, because some aircraft have a little bit that flares up on the end. So this should fit in to the end of that, and there it goes. And that is a back wing assembled. Aw, isn't it cool? Okay. Now, let's go ahead and take the left-hand piece. And this one's going to come around over here, and we're going to slide it in to the tail section there. Okay, everything should be in order. Everything should be in order. Yeah, there we go. And there it goes. Snapped in place. Excellent, excellent. Look at that. Now, we're going to take the little winglet, the last little winglet, and we're going to come over here. We're going to slide its little, that's almost a 90-degree angle, little piece that sticks out from the side of it into the slot at the very edge of that back winglet, and then we're going to push in, and it's going to snap into place to let you know that it works. And that is a fully assembled Rattler. Here's it standing on its tail. And here's me standing behind it while it's on its tail. It stretches from the table to the top of my head. This is a big plane. Are you wider than my shoulders right now? Oh, you're wider than me. You're wider than me. Size comparison with me real quick. Whoa. It's weird having a toy that's wider than you are. That's crazy. It's fun. That is cool. All right, let's just find the button, because they said that you had to press the button, and the wings do a thing. They rotate. Do they rotate much though? Are you rotating? Are you a wing that rotates a lot? You are a wing that rotates a lot. Oh, you squeak. There it goes. Oh, that's so cool. And then, do you snap back into place? Huh? Or is that just something you do? Well, that's interesting. Do you do that on the other side too without needing to be snapped into place? Oh, you do. Okay, so they both can just rotate. And we're going to come over here and find that button I learned about. There it is. See, I thought that button was controlling it, but that button should control the wings. I want to test the fold up before I end today's video. So we're going to fold them up because I think that's really cool. Is that a switch and not a fold? Let's see. No. That squeaks a lot. Haha! Okay, alright, so here's what I did. Okay, so I pressed the button in, and then I pulled it out, and then rotated it up. Yeah, that's where I was screwing up. I was trying to fold it up without pulling it out first. So remember that. Don't be like me, and screw that up or anything like that. Now I get to play with it and play with all the missiles. There's going to be a lot of them. They all have the same pattern, and there's only really one that I want to talk about with you before I end today's video, and that is this grouping of 3. That piece that we found that I was like, wow, this is weird. Does it go with the bombs or something? It went with the missiles, and it was a piece that allowed for a grouping of 3. So that's why it was confusing, because with the Dragonfly, we just got groupings of 4, and with the Hiss Tank, we got groupings of 6. So that is a understanding on that end, and thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed building this thing along, and I've enjoyed having you with me. Thank you all. This has been cool, and definitely you can look forward to more videos about this crazy giant plane in the near future. Wait. Yeah. We forgot one thing. I forgot to assemble the stand. We're going to do that real quick, okay? So, Mr. Plane, if you can just pick yourself up and set yourself there. Okay. Here is the stand pieces. We get 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces. Now I thought this didn't have its drawer because it has this hole, this big rectangle hole in the back. But that's actually so that if anything gets lodged in there, you can put your fingers in there and kind of shove it around so that you can open the drawer again. Thank you, designers of this Haslab, for that. That's genius. 2 thumbs up from this blind man. All right, now let's go ahead and build it because it won't take a moment to build. I figured out, and it's really simple. We're going to take these bigger 2 pieces, and these bigger 2 pieces are going to combine together. And there's only one way they can combine together. But before they combine together, you got to take this smaller piece. Now you'll find there's a big old rectangle thing, and then there's a small flat rectangle thing with like 4 studs on top. And we're going to actually use the small flat rectangle thing, and that's going to slide in while we're putting these guys together. So let's go ahead and put this onto one side. So, there we go. All right, so we're going to just move this around until we get it right. Because if we get it right, it should just kind of slide in together. And then all we have to do is combine stuff. Okay, so there's the spot. I can feel it in the grooves. All right, now that's not right, but that is right. So you should go there, right? No, you want to be here? Aha. Uh-huh. Let's try it the other way. Yes, there we go. Okay, so you just kind of got to play with it till it fits in the notches on the sides. And it should fit all the way in there. And I did that a little too soon. We're gonna oops. Okay, don't push too hard on it. Okay, you don't want to do that. But we can make it work. We can make it work as long as we work together. I thought I need to thread these guys together, but turns out one guy's just a clippy toppy and the other one's a clippy bottom. All right, so we're gonna slide the 2 pieces of this guy together. And I'm connecting the stand pieces at the top area before the bottom because judging by the feel of this is a push in. So it's going to be easier to combine everything up here at the top. But once you got everything lined up and you pushed it all in together, are you pushed together? Huh? Are you snapped down all the way? Huh? Do you need to snap down all the way? You do. You do? Yeah, you do. Okay, snap down all the way. Snap down all the way. There you go. Who's a good stand? You're a good stand. Okay. Now, let's combine it with the bottom part. Now, there's a right way and a wrong way, as Emily talked about on the box opening, and they specifically designed it that way. There we go. I had to flip mine around, and I'm going to push on it. It's not. Push on it a bit more. Hey. There it goes. Oh, that was satisfying. Ah, look, that was... There we go. Okay, now I can end today's video by positioning it on to the... Let's go ahead and close up all these landing gears. Oh, that's cool. Those 2 go together. Now the front one closes up independently. If you feel on the bottom, you'll find there are 4 holes, and at the top of this there are 4 holes. They gave us options, unlike the Dragonfly. These options for this guy include what I'm doing now, which is just straight up parallel to the ground fly, or you can change its trajectory. So, there we go. That's a better end to the video. Now you know how to build everything in this. So, in the next videos, I'm just going to be reviewing it and gushing all over this amazing Haslab. Until next Prime, I've been Blind Prime, and Cream has been sleeping in the Haslab box the entire time.